This is the Grand Revalida, PTOT Schools in the Philippines, hosted by yours truly, AJ Adea.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Grand Revalida. This is your host AJ Adea, and today our guest is an OT graduate of UPM or University of the Philippines, Manila. And with this episode, we talked about her overall experience and what it's like being an Isko or scholar ng bayan and the culture of being a UP student overall. Lastly, we talked a bit about our frontliners and the current work they're doing, the amazing work they're doing in PGH and as well as the other hospitals here, and reflecting as well on the current pandemic that the whole world is currently experiencing. And I want to thank you guys again. And today, April 30th, marks the last day of OT month. So take this time to thank all the OTs you know, especially the OTs out there currently working on the front lines. And guys, this is episode 7 of the Grand Revalida. Enjoy the episode.
Hey guys, today our guest is from University of the Philippines, Manila. I'll be giving the mic to her now so she could introduce herself to you guys.
Hi everyone, I am Veronica D. I'm an OTRP. So I took the board exams last February 2019 and it's been roughly 1 year, more than 1 year since I started teaching as an instructor at UP Manila.
Oh wow, academicad. I guess we could talk about that later on with your profession. But I guess for starters, why did you pick occupational therapy?
Okay, so the story behind that would be I initially wanted to take psych as my course or program in college. But then my mom and my aunt, they convinced me to take occupational therapy instead. So the backstory behind that would be that my cousin, so yung anak ng aunt ko na yun, my cousin has autism and she regularly goes to OT. So my aunt has some understanding of what OTs do. So she tried to explain it to me, and my fourth year high school self, ang nakuha ko lang from her would be nare-wrestling ng bata ang OT and you get paid for it. So tuwa-tuwa naman ako. So I researched about it on Google and it seemed fun. No? Though hindi ko siya masyadong gets at first, it seemed fun. So yun na yung kinuha ko instead of psych. I took OT.
And with selection of schools, how did you end up picking UP?
Paano nga ba? I took the exam for the 4 major schools, no? So UST, UP, Ateneo, and hindi ko sinabi? Lasal? So ayun. So I took the exams for those. Tapos nakapasa naman ako sa lahat. But then I had this high school teacher before na gusto niyang mag-UP yung mga students niya. Okay. So he convinced us na mag-UP ka na, nakapasa ka na eh. I mean, it's gonna be difficult for sure. Pero at least, alam mo sa sarili mo na trinay mo siya. And then, ayun, so kaya ako napunta sa UP because of my high school teacher who wanted us or encouraged us to go into UP.
And your professor was from UP ba as well?
Actually, hindi. Feeling ko ang gusto lang niya na nasasabi niyang yung students niya, taga-UP yung dati.
For bragging rights.
Yeah, bragging rights niya. So I'm sure kahit anong school naman, he would have been proud of us naman.
I guess the typical Filipino high school graduate, the choosing of the top 4 to start their journey. I mean, their college journey. And I guess, for the people that doesn't know, UP Manila is where the health courses, right?
Yes. So most of the medical or health related courses are in UP Manila. And then we also have a college for the social sciences.
So, like, if anyone's planning to go to OT, it would be UP Manila.
Yes.
And then I guess with the UPCAT, right? With the entrance exam, then that's where you would put the school and the course na rin, di ba? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So, the application form for the entrance exam, they would ask the students to give their top 4, I think. So, meron siyang choice na first choice of campus, second choice of campus, then per campus, dalawang courses ang pipiliin mo.
For any aspiring OTs out there that wants to go to UP.
We would love to have more.
And then as well as the tuition is still free, if I'm not mistaken.
Before when I went in, hindi siya free. Pero recently naging free na yung tuition ng UP. So
that's something to look forward to talaga for any parents na magpapaaral. Establishing how you would get into the university and the entrance test. Can you share with us the facilities that UPM offers that is accessible for the students to use?
Okay, so let's start from my college, which is the College of Allied Medical Professions. So that's actually the college for the OTs, the PTs, and the speech therapists. No? So OT, PTs, and STs, doon sila sa camp. We don't have much, to be honest. Pero we make do. So we have a library. So each college has a library. And there's also a university library for everyone. And then in our college, we have a total of 4 floors ngayon. 1 floor usually for the speech pathologist. Classrooms lang siya. Meron naman kaming AVR, tsaka mga sound system.
So it's not like bare bones naman.
Hindi naman siya yung wala talaga, walang aircon or ano. Pero we have an OT laboratory and a PT laboratory. So in terms of equipment, we would have the basic stuff. So you would have the assessment tools, some intervention tools. Yeah, yung mga basic stuff. We don't have much, pero we try to get resources from the internet or wherever we can. So, for example, we also have a clinic. So, it's a college-based clinic. It's a charity clinic, and usually interns would go there for their internship.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that's
and
in-house
then
rin.
Other university facilities siguro would include doon sa may registrar namin, we have tutoring services. So, meron silang mga programs where you can tutor other students.
Oh, wow.
And you get parang free use of internet resources, computer resources ng registrar. So, ito yung mga ibang programs nila to help the students na hindi nakakaangat masyado sa buhay and would need the extra money or the resource. Then, ano pa ba? We're near Robinsons, Manila. You would consider.
I have exposure to UP Diliman, and UP Diliman really, sets up the college university experience. Like, you have a big walkway, schools, buildings are far. I guess with UP, it's UP Manila. It's not the same, huh?
Currently, it's not the same. Lalo na maraming constructions going on in our campus kasi parang gagawa ng mga bagong building, inaayos yung facilities. So, puro construction sites ngayon sa amin. Pero ang plan ng chancellor namin would be to actually make it a greener university. So, more trees, like more spaces to just chill, like the demand. So, yun
Yeah.
ang plan so far.
I guess that's something to look forward to for the students. Natawa ako sa Robinsons sa Manila.
But it's a selling point.
Hey, I think PGH is already a selling point. Hearing the stories, it's case-to-case basis, I would say. Yeah.
I mean, depende rin naman sa students how they take the situation or the resources of the university. No?
Yeah, and the hospital department right now, I mean, for what they're going through with the situation we have right now, so much respect for them.
Our frontliners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off topic muna, pero it really affects everything, you know? I mean, you can't go out and things are not going well. I mean, but I think that's a different topic na lang.
No worries. I think it's good to bring up like socially relevant topics as well. No?
I mean, for the record, right before we went on recording this, Veronica and I were speaking about the government and how it was irritating and trying to find things to, you know, to be on good vibes before this interview happens.
Yes, kahit pa paano rin naman. I mean, the private sectors, our frontliners, we're all doing our best to step up and try to help the government as well. So, meron din namang good and bad sides of everything. I just hope na it all boils down to everyone being healthy again,
Yes.
going back to their normal routines, you know.
And like serve as a lesson for everyone to, you know, how to really appreciate things and what the world has to offer and just not take things for granted. But yeah,
Yes.
hopefully we could get back to things and maybe for another political topic, I could invite you, as I think you and other listeners would have something to say and say their piece onto the situation.
Yes, I think at the end of it all, we just need to learn how to like really appreciate everything and to be more analytical, I guess, about everything that's going on with the healthcare system, with the
Yes.
government, and even with ourselves, like practicing good hygiene or even like staying at home to listen to the government, please, to our healthcare workers, please. Everything, it's a point of reflection for everyone, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess, you know, we just hope for the best and hopefully we can be done with this and and come out better from it. Come out better and a little fatter. I mean, I'm seeing like a different organizations na, you know, that's like doing Facebook Live and doing like the exercises. So that's a really good initiative for them. I guess moving on na lang. In terms of, I mean, the usual events and the extracurricular activities that your university offers that a student can look forward to, especially for your college, for camp, what do they offer?
For camp, I could cite two very exciting events for the students. No? So the first one would be the yearly foundation activities. No? So we usually have the foundation activities on November, and it's almost like a month-long celebration of the college's foundation. So we have talent shows, we have outreach activities, we have flag ceremonies, and other programs to celebrate the occasion. So it's yeah.
How long does this foundation thing go on for?
Ilang years na.
I mean, like when it's celebrated in the college, like does it go for a few days lang or a few for a week or a month?
Oh, for the whole month, actually, we have activities. So,
Oh,
hindi
wow.
naman siya everyday.
Mm-hmm.
Pero, usually by the time na November na, busy na lahat. So, mga professors, they're organizing,
Mm-hmm.
like, mga programs, mga flag ceremonies. Then, the students as well, busy rin sila because we have mga talent shows and everyone gets to participate in that.
Mm.
So, it's a very anticipated event of the college.
So it's really, where everyone could come together and showcase their talents, huh?
Yeah. And then, in line with that, another one would be, pag December naman, we have the Lantern Parade.
Uh-huh.
So, I think nakikita siya on the news na nagpa-parade ng lantern sa UP Diliman. Sa UP Manila, we also have that. So, each college will make their own lantern
Mm-hmm.
and then parade around PGH, staff, Padre Faura, Pedro Hill, the streets around the university.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, i-showcase lang namin yung mga lanterns. And then, for our college, we usually have, like, students dancing and leading the parade. So, it's a very festive event every December. And then, university-wide, meron din kaming mga outreach programs,
Mm-hmm.
mga choir performances, in Dayog or our dance varsity, they
Mm-hmm.
also have performances pag December. So, maraming nangyayari pag November and December for the college.
I have a question in terms of your school. I mean, let's say for OT, is it semestral, trisem?
We only have 2 semesters.
Okay.
So, that's the first semester from August to December.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second semester would be from January to around May, June.
Okay. So that events during December, then that would be like the sem under talaga.
Yeah, it's the sem under.
I guess that's something to look forward to talaga for anyone.
Yeah.
To get off from the academic stress that we go through.
True.
You touched up on the specific specific traits that your school has.
From my opinion though, I think OT students who come from UP would be very professional. Like, professional but very, very caring in a way. So, the OT profession merits na dapat caring ka or very good conversationalist ka.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I think also there's a certain degree of professionalism that comes with it, especially kapag dealing with clients or colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's a trademark of graduates na OT from UP Manila, na very professional sila in dealing with others, very caring,
Mm-hmm.
Good conversationalists, and there's always that drive to learn something new, I think. Na we just don't stop studying for some reason.
That drive to learn everything and anything new. I don't know if it's safe to say, but with the stigma with the schools that you come from, let's say, like, the big four and stuff like that. I mean, correct me na lang if I'm wrong, but like with once you graduate from UP, you're more of the what outsiders would call like the activista, yung mga nagrarally na ng rally. I think that that mentality that people has towards UP, I guess maybe you could try to elaborate on that, on what's the culture in terms of the going through school in UP.
Siguro hindi lang yon ang characteristic ng UP students.
Mm-hmm.
Though it does appear that way siguro for others because let's say na mulat or aware ang mga UP students about what's happening in the society because we try to incorporate syempre no, in what we study and what we do na scholars kami ng bayan and that we're studying in UP because of taxpayers' money but at the same time nagre-return din kami nung favor na yon by fighting for those who don't have voices. If we hear or see something na alam namin na mali, you would expect na i-call out namin yon because not everyone can fight for themselves din. Like, hindi lahat napapakinggan and we want na lahat, especially the minorities, the people who can't stand up for themselves, people who are not heard as much as we do.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in our college, we advocate for persons with disabilities. So, we try to fight for their rights and advocate for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, siguro ang nagiging dating would be, ang daming reklamo kasi we try to keep fighting to have the voices heard.
Yes. Thank you for explaining that whole side of things of UP that I hope, everyone could understand somehow, finally understand why you guys are always like that. And, in times like this now, it's really, you're not just really doing the rally because you wanna just be disruptive. You wanna be disruptive because you're really trying to change a norm that's happening, and you wanna make a change. Moving on to I guess you've touched up on the overall experience with the school university. I guess for you as a student na lang. I mean, let's break it down with the experience. You as a student, the fact that you're going to UP Manila, what was the environment for you there as a student?
As a student, for me, when I was a student, siguro kung iisipin ko siya, toxic nga siya. Like, toxic in a sense na ang dami mong inaaral, Pero, alam ko, lahat ng students, ganun, lalo na pag college, ang dami nating ginagawa lagi. There's always that, parang pressure to do your best, to study this, to study that, to know this, know that. Siguro, ganun siya, na ang dami mong inaaral. Technically, it's practically a whole new world for you. No, so kung ano man yung natutunan mo in high school, you realize that it's just a small part of what you learn in college.
Mm-hmm.
So, ang dami mong matututunan, but at the same time, parang, hindi. Sobrang busy mo, but at the same time, you're growing so much because ang dami mong natututunan. So, I think yun yung overall experience with the academics, no?
Mm-hmm.
But then, I also know na there are a lot of extracurricular activities as well to help you distress. And then, the people as well, getting to know the people, is another whole experience as well. Parang, you get to know a lot of different people. You get to talk to them about their views on society. Minsan magde-debate pa kayo on your views and their views. Pero it's a whole learning experience that I think is very valuable for a university.
I mean, it was toxic at first, but then you get to adjust and cope with how things are. Kung paano siya pinapatakbo. As you mentioned, you only learn parang konti lang from the high school, and going to college, it's really how, doon ka namulat. That's how you end up seeing things.
Yeah. In some way, you adjust to what's happening around you and parang nagbabago rin yung perspective mo on everything.
for the our listeners out there, I mean, it's good to be aware of the extracurricular activities. As for your mental health, then, kasi
Yeah.
that will burn you out. I mean, studying. I mean, it's good to be aware and to have access to those, extracurricular activities that could, let you distress onto your student load on what you learn in school talaga. Think you would agree on me with that, with the mental health issues that is,
Yes, definitely. I think it's like a topic na mas napuput into light recently. And I think that's good because na-address na rin natin yung mga mental health concerns. Hindi lang mga puro physical ang mga na-address natin.
Yeah, I mean I think that's the advantage with OT compared to PT. You guys get to go beyond like what you mean for physical dysfunction, but really go beyond like even treating someone with a mental disorder.
Yeah, actually.
I guess we could move on with that later. But with your overall experience naman with your college, with your with how things are run, was your college like supportive, accommodating?
Sige, since we're on the topic of mental health, I think my college definitely would be one of the colleges that I'm proud to have been a part of and am still a part of. Like, we really do have ways of trying to make sure that all of the students are okay. So, kahit ako, nung student ako, I really had a good experience with everything because in terms of the OT department, no, so sa department namin, nung student ako, na-feel ko talaga na the professors are really easy to approach. They're very organized. They let us know of any changes in the schedule. They make sure that we're okay with those changes. They're very caring. They're supportive. And as much as they could, they try to accommodate kung ano man yung mga nagiging issues or concerns namin in terms of our academics. Tapos we also get to approach them about our personal concerns. So I think that's a very supportive or good way of supporting the students. Hindi lang through academics but also with their emotional and mental health. No. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I mean, thank you for sharing that. I mean, it just shows that college is very welcoming in terms of that aspect. Not just parang it's not just all right. We want you guys to do this and do it. I mean, at least they take their time to hear you guys.
Yeah, tsaka ano rin, since we're a small college, I think it's also good, yung experience dun sa college na we get to make friends with those from other courses. So we have friends from the PTs, we have friends from the SPs, so it's a very tight-knit community, the college.
I mean, doon na lang kayo magtutulungan, no? In terms of like, uy, paano yan?
Totoo!
With my friends, my OT friends, one thing that they would ask us was about gate. I mean, yeah, I think that's a topic, that's difficult. I mean, not difficult, but it's not like something you guys focus on as we would do it on PT. And then I think the PT side of things, asking the OT would be the BMT and the whole pediatrics talaga.
Yeah.
I mean, BMT is really, I don't know, it's magic.
Same lang pala, no? Kahit different schools.
Yeah. That's magic, man. I mean, for anyone that's thinking of taking OT or PT, you have to learn BMT, especially if you're gonna do pediatrics. That really
Behavior management.
that could go a long way. I mean, I could have my stories with it, but sometimes I would assume that my friends are not really talking to me or what, because I'm thinking baka bini-BMT lang nila ako to get a behavior out of me. So yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah, for my OT friends out there, you guys probably laughing now. I guess moving on with the before the professors, with the classrooms, what's your overall experience with that in terms of the equipment and learning materials, and as well as I think this is different from each OT schools. Can you share with us the different kinds of assessment tools that you guys were able to use during your stay?
Okay. In terms of the classrooms, we have good classrooms naman in the college, no? So, lahat naman sila air-conditioned. We have enough seats. Meron kaming whiteboards and EVR equipment. Ay, EVR ba tawag yun? Audiovisual equipment.
Audiovisual.
And then, usable naman lahat for me. No? So, we have OT equipment and PT equipment. I think yun yung mas napapansin ko kasi mas malaki yung equipment natin. For speech, I'm not that sure, but we do have anatomical models at the college. So, like we have models of ears, brains, ano ba? Larynx, mga throat stuff. We have the whole anatomical model, muscles, bones.
You guys have your special names for them too, for the models. I mean, during our college, we have like a name for our muscle man, for our skeleton.
Muscle man! Yun, yung big tawag namin.
Alright, continue. Sorry.
Ano pa ba? In terms of tools sa OT, we do have standardized assessment tools. So, meron kaming mga pang-check ng grip and pinch strength. Meron kami ng mga pang-check ng visual perceptual skills. Meron din kaming mga play assessments. Job inventory, of vocational inventory assessments. We have a lot naman. Pero mostly mga paper-based yun. No? So, we have enough to teach adequately yung mga lectures naman in terms of equipment. And kung may times na wala, we make do with other resources. So, napapractice din yung creativity namin, lalo na kapag wala kaming equipment na kailangan. Or parang kapag wala kami ng equipment na kailangan for that specific lecture, napapractice yung creativity namin kasi tinatanong rin kami nung professors namin, okay, what would you do kung wala ka ng equipment na yan? How would you assess or how would you give treatment kung wala ka ng equipment na yun? So, I think that's, meron na mga ways.
So, you just really have to be creative and think on your feet talaga. And I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, this assessment tools that you guys used, they're not cheap. Mahal sila, di ba?
Yeah. We're very protective about our assessment tools kasi hindi sila mura. I'm not sure about the exact prices of those tools, pero like very maingat yung mga professors namin before when they would use those equipment.
Yeah, because I heard that, I mean, if you lose like one part of one assessment, I mean that's a problem. Kasi I think some assessments they don't even like sell yung parang parts of it lang. I mean if you lose one part, you'd have to buy the whole thing.
Yeah. Tsaka may mga inventory din kasi kami for that. So, talagang bawal may mawala.
Guess you could move on with what is your overall experience with the professors you've encountered, as you know, if they push you to the limits, were they difficult, amazing, memorable, you're friends with them now or what?
Actually, yung picture sa amin would be as soon as pagka-graduate mo, friends na kayo ng professors mo. So, I think that's one thing that amazes me, no, with the profession and the college as well, na yung student kami, they were very professional. I mean, they were very good at teaching.
Mm-hmm.
They were good at their jobs. Some of them would be a bit scary at first, and then you eventually realize na, oh, okay, they mean well. They're one of the best professors that I've had. Medyo scary lang sila at first, pero now, parang barkada or friends na kayo, no? So, ano pa ba? They're very caring, tulad nung sinabi ko kanina with the college na they're caring, they're supportive, and they're accommodating, but at the same time, they're always trying to challenge you to be responsible for your own learning. So, hindi yung pag may tanong ka, sasagutin nila agad.
So it's not spoon-fed.
Parang joke namin before would be, ang common na joke namin before would be, pag nagtatanungan kami as classmates, magsasagot kami na, what do you think? Kasi yun ang laging natatanong sa amin ng professors namin. Pag may tanong kami, what do you think? Okay po. But then, it ended up well kasi yun nga, yung parang trademark na after we graduate, we become responsible for our own learning and we just don't stop trying to figure out stuff kahit na hindi na kami required to study. So I think yun yung
I guess that's yung naging na-instill na sa inyo yun na to find answers to your own individual questions. I think you become all friends with your professors now because you're laughing about it.
Yeah, we are friends. Lalo na dahil nag-faculty din ako. So, naging friends ko talaga sila.
All right. I guess we could talk about that. I mean, with your profession now, how was the transition with being a student and being friends with your professors? Colleagues with your professors. So how was that transition?
It was a bit awkward at first. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Siyempre sanay ka calling them ma'am or calling them sir. Tapos biglang sasabihin nila sa'yo, no, wag na yung ma'am and sir. Just call me by my name. And you're like, what? What? How many years older than me? And you want me to just drop the ma'am and sir in one day? So I think that was the biggest transition from being a student to being a faculty, Na parang, how do you act like a colleague and not like a student to them? Pero I guess, lang siya. It's just an adjustment period.
I mean, besides of whatever you guys end up calling each other, it's still that, the professionalism and the respect with it naman.
Tsaka when you work with each other kasi, di ba, parang nagiging na lang siya. Parang automatic na siya na nag-a-adjust ka talaga.
Oo. I guess moving on with going with that topic, can you tell us about your overall experience with your internship?
So for our internship, we have a pedia rotation, a physical dysfunction rotation, or a mental health rotation. So, bali, ang non-negotiables namin would be we all have to go through PGH, media, org work, and
I'm sorry, what's the other one?
community-based org work,
What's
PAOT, PAOT work. So we help out, or technically we become interns for the organization for OT. And then, yun yung non-negotiable. So, PEDIA, PGH, org work, and CBR, or community-based rehab.
Yes.
Then, the one na hindi na pupuntahan ng lahat would be either we get a rotation for physical dysfunction or we get a rotation for mental health. So, not everyone gets to go doon sa dalawang rotations na yon. So, hati yung batch namin into two.
I mean, hati talaga yung batch or like the na-randomize kung sino yung napupunta for feast days and for the psych?
Ano siya? Ang nangyayari would be magre-randomize yung professor namin at first. Tapos, I think a few only would go there. Pero kung hindi mo masyadong gusto na mag-go into the setting for mental health, pwede kang makipag-switch with another. So, para siyang negotiation siya between the students. Tapos, we just inform our professor kung sino yung final list namin.
But then, I guess, Veronica, for PGH, you kind of have everything there with the wards that you guys have?
For PGH, we only have the Ward 5, which is for the inpatient ng rehab ward. Tapos adults lang kami, wala kaming pedia. At least, nung time ko.
Okay. Sige. I guess with your overall experience in internship, besides the decking, I mean, do you have anything to share with us? I mean, something you could share to the future interns na something to look forward to with internship. But like the whole learning with it, the learning aspect.
I see. I think internship would be a time for everyone to realize na kaya pala nilang mag-handle ng patients. So, syempre, coming into it, you'd be like scared or nervous about it. Pero you realize eventually na, okay, I can actually do it with some assistance. Pero it's more of like a time of building your self-confidence and knowledge. Like integrating talaga your knowledge from theory into the actual application. So it's a nerve-wracking experience, but at the same time, it's also a very, very valuable and memorable experience for everyone. I've talked to a lot of people, of interns, kahit sa batch namin, sa batch ngayon, and parang they come into it na scared, and then they come out of it na tuwang-tuwa sila kasi ang dami na nilang natutunan. They feel very accomplished, or parang ang sarap lang sa pakiramdam na nakakatulong ka.
Yes.
Parang ganun ang general na trend with the internship thing.
Yun naman talaga ang the first impressions with internship. You can't really prepare much for it. You just really have to go through and base everything on what you know. Have a educational basis of things, and then you just go from there. And coming out from it, you feel amazed, right? And you're giving back and being able to treat. Parang after I could just treat anything.
Yeah. It's amazing.
In terms of the tips and tricks or advice that you have na lang, I mean, you already touched up on the interns. Any advices that you have for anyone that's thinking of becoming a PTOT someday? I mean, not a PTOT, an OT someday. And as well as for the current students that are going through with their OT program.
Tips, tricks, or advice? Siguro, ang lagi kong sinasabi would be for you to just be open about everything. So kung hindi mo siya hilig at parang napilit ka lang to enroll in the program, siguro try to find what about your passion can be integrated into your program. For example, mahilig kang mag-drawing, ganon. It doesn't mean na pag OT ka or PT ka, you don't get to draw anymore. You could actually do like treatments that would incorporate drawing. Diba? So, I think OT, PT, SP are very versatile professions that you could like mold into your own na basta naintindihan mo kung ano yung basics ng program mo and you know what you love, you could actually like combine those two. And then another one would be for you to understand yourself better. So, very OT ang perspective ko. I think na you just really have to get to know yourself better para ma-emphasize mo or ma-use mo yung strengths mo to finish the program. For example, in terms of studying, do you study best alone or do you study best pag may kasama? Or are you the type of learner who would just read tapos alam mo na? Or do you need to listen to something? Do you need to like move to memorize? Mga ganong stuff. Like, learn how you learn best. I think yun yung pinaka-advice ko. Like, learn about yourself and try to use that to your advantage.
Thank you. That's a lot. I mean, very useful rin. And the the very OT like answer. And in line with that, I have my ultimate question for you then. What is OT in your own words? Without the textbook references.
Para akong intern ulit. Sige, OT or occupational therapy for me would be a profession that allows you, yourself, and others to live fully by doing the things that you enjoy, doing the things that you need to do, and doing the things that you're expected to do. So it's more of a profession that teaches you how to live with your activities. Does that make sense? I hope it did.
Oh, naman. I mean, you just touched up on how to be living. I mean, with your patient, you'll be handling, like, to help them live the best quality.
Yeah.
Despite of what they're going through. And I guess the more on the ADL side of things. I guess that wraps up our interview. Despite of our problems with communication earlier. For sure. Do you have any social sites that you'd want, people to follow you?
Twitter? Account siguro if people would want to contact me, they could do that Instagram or Twitter.
Then as well as your email for anyone to message you.
My
directly.
email would be be.veronica97@gmail.com.
All right. Got it.
Hey guys, thank you so much for reaching up to this point. This ends our episode for today. I hope you can come back again and listen to the other episodes coming up. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share this and other upcoming episodes to anyone that you know that can benefit from this. And that's it guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay at home. Stay safe.